Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for my video today. So today's video is going to be my third check-in for 2026. So I'm going to go through my purse, see what's left over and take that all out, and then we could see where we could put it and then top up for, I think it'll be the last week. Wait, is this my third? Oh no. No, so we're checking in for the, no, it is the third. You know what, I'm getting so confused. I've done this on every video so far. I've got myself confused because of my new pay cycle. So anyway, this is my third check-in. We're just going to go with the flow because that's all we could do, really. Okay, so there's £15 left in spending. And there's £10 in food. And a little bit of change. We'll keep fuel in there. That's fine. Okay, so in notes we've got 10, 15, 20, 5. So 25 in notes. And then we've got 1 coin. And then we've got 50, 90... 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 5. So we've got £2.35 in change, which will go into my jar, and we'll mark that off of the wee penny challenge. Right, so wrong pen, 2.35. Oh, we don't have a 2.35, so we've got £2.35. We can take off £1.92, which leaves us with 43. There we go. Perfect. So that's that one done, and we'll just mark off the pound from the pound challenge and add that into the bag. So we've now got £49 in coins and however much we've got in change. I don't have the lights glaring on that. I've got the brightness down on my phone, so I can't really see properly. I hope you guys can see though. So let's have a wee look. It's Monday just now while I'm filming this. Well, it's actually very early on Monday morning because I can't sleep. So yeah, here I am. Anyway, £25. I think I will put this into my challenges. Mentioned in my previous videos, if you are new here or you've not seen my previous videos, I did set this challenges wallet up for saving for a trip to Gothenburg to see Luke Combs, which is in July. However, I'm trying to sell my tickets for that, so it's likely that, fingers crossed, hopefully, that the tickets sell. It will not be going and I'll not need the money for that, but there are other things, obviously, because it's me, that I will be saving this money for. So I'm just putting all my spare into this envelope just now, and then we'll just deal with it as we deal with it. So we've added 25, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 5, 45 and 50. £150, which is fab. So we'll pop that in there. I'm trying to think what I have got to update you with. Gosh, I can't even remember what's happened in the past week. I never actually done anything over the weekend because I had a sickness bug, so yeah, I was supposed to go to Edinburgh, but I never got because I had a sickness bug, which was very unfortunate. So yeah, that saved me money. I did spend quite a little bit out of food shopping this week, more than what I had planned to. because there was a day that I popped into Tesco's to pick up a couple of things for my mum, and I never took the money back off of her. And then my mum actually had to go to the shop for me over the weekend for a few things that I was needing that obviously I was unwell and couldn't get out of the house for. So yeah, between that and the trip to Tesco's that was unplanned and popping in the shop to pick up some stuff, I spent more than intended. But I still had £10 left, so that was better than nothing. So let's top up the purse for this week. So we'll have the usual in here. I'm trying to think when my pay cycle is. So I think it's the 12th. So that'll be this week to next week to the week after. Yeah, so that works out, I think. So we've got 20, 40, 60 and £70. So we'll do 50 for food, 20 for spending. Let's pop this in here. I'm trying to think what I've got on this week. So I am working a bit this week. I might be I was supposed to be in Edinburgh on Saturday there, but obviously I wasn't because I was unwell. So I might be going this Saturday instead. I'm not quite sure yet. So I might spend a bit of money if I do go to Edinburgh on Saturday, but obviously I'll have a check-in before that or maybe just after that. We'll see. I do need to go through my cupboards and my fridge and my freezer. I shouldn't need to buy anything because I've got a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'll just see how that goes. I'm not denying myself of stuff and I'm not trying to be like super cheap, but I can consciously cut back if I need to. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else on this week apart from some work and yeah, possibly Edinburgh at the weekend. So I think that's all I've got to update you on. This will be super quick. Yeah, it is super quick actually. It's only like 7 minutes long. I might just have a quick flip through of my binders whilst I'm here on camera just to see where they're at. I think I've said this in every video, but because I'm now self-employed, everything just feels a bit all over the place and almost like I feel out of control because it's not my usual system and routine. And obviously I don't know how much I'm going to be making month to month, which is quite hard for planning and budgeting. And I think it's that thing because I'm so new to being self-employed, I almost don't quite have that faith and confidence in myself yet. So yeah, everything just feels a bit up in the air at the minute. So I'm just taking it as it comes, but maybe I'm thinking if I have a flip through of my binders and see where they're at, I might just feel a little bit more in control. So why not just do it while I'm on camera, and that way you guys can have a look into my binders whilst I'm having a look into them, and it bulks out this video a little bit. So Home Bits has got £20. Don't really have any plans for that at the minute, so we'll just keep going with that as we can. Me has got £20 in it. I didn't actually put my full £40 into it in my last cash stuffing because I've actually got birthday and Christmas money. My birthday was the beginning of January, so I've got birthday money to spend as well and a voucher from when I left my job. So yeah, I just thought there was not really any point in putting much into me. Excuse me. It's like 4:30 in the morning and I have not slept yet, so I actually feel awake, like I've had a full night's sleep. It's very strange, but anyway, we move. Fun has got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90 and 100. So some of this will probably get used at the weekend if I do go to Edinburgh. And I also am going away for a little Galentine's trip with my best friend on Valentine's Day. So yeah, that money will go towards that as well. Clothing is empty. I'm actually thinking about taking clothing out. I have actually had some thoughts about changing my binder up, just because priorities are a little bit different now. I'm not totally set on it, but if I remember, I will tell you at the end of the video what I'm thinking. Gifting has got £10. Health and Wellbeing has got 10, 25 and 30. Hobbies has got £20, which I think I may actually spend this soon, because I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I have just started buying stuff and started doing junk journaling. So I've done a couple of spreads so far. I think I might show them on my Instagram actually. I've done a couple of spreads so far. One from my trip. No, have I done 3? Yeah, I've done 3. So I've done one from my trip to Milan and Switzerland, one from my trip to Vienna, and one from my birthday and my trip to York. So yeah, I'm just desperate to buy like paper puncher things. Like I want one of those stamp ones, and just loads of stickers. And I've got loads and loads and loads, like honestly tons of stuff in my basket on Shein, because obviously that's like a really cheap place to get all your craft supplies. So I've got tons of stuff in my basket on Shein, so I might treat myself to some stickers. Events has got nothing in it, but it did have £70, but I put that towards my Zach Bryan tickets. Mum's 60th has got 100, 28, 30, 40, 140, which is actually now this year, so we are moving on with that. My rainy day effort fund, don't know what this is for, but it's just there. It's got 150, 70, 80, 90, 210. I've got £210 in there, which is good. Like I said, I actually don't really know what that's for, but it's there. Car. I did just get my MOT done, which was £54 whatever, so I just put 55. So we've got 100, 20, 35 in there, 135. And I'll just actually check. Yeah, I did take that off, that's fine. So that's it for my sinking funds. Put that to the side. Gifting has got, I think just my brother. Yeah, so there's £20 in there for my brother's birthday, which is the beginning of March. I do need to save up for Mother's Day, which is also in March, and I think it's the middle of March, so I need to make this a bit of a priority. And then after that, I don't have anything till June. So that's fabby. And then last but not least, my high priority binder. So obviously we just added some money to my challenges binder, which is for something, not sure what yet. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 20, 35, 45, 50. 150 in there. Yeah, I do have some plans and stuff in mind, so I'll update you at the end. Chips has got £15 in it, which is not much, but it's better than nothing. Dentist has got 550 in Monzo, which I don't really know what I'm doing with the dentist yet, because I have these other plans and goals in mind. But yeah, it's so hard when you've got so many things you could do. Emergency fund has got 500, 650, 60, 70, £680 in emergency fund. Did have more, but I had to use £180 to get my car tyre fixed in, I think it was the beginning of December. I went out to a flat tyre with a nail in it, and I had to call someone out, so it cost me £180 for the call out and the new tyre. It was ridiculous. I think they just took the mick out of me there, basically. So that's that. Home maintenance has got 500, 600, 20, 30, 40, 50. 650 in home maintenance, which is amazing. Again, I don't actually like I'm just building this up for anything that may need done. Christmas, I actually need to clean off this tracker, but we did make a start with 28, 30, 40 and £50. So I'm aiming for £50 a month, which I think what I totaled was it was going to save £600, I think. And yeah, that should do me for Christmas, but if it gets nearer the time I could save more. So that is it for my binders. So something that I was thinking about doing was I was thinking about taking away some of my categories and potentially my spending money. I have seen some other people do this, and I don't know how it would work for me because I've not done it this way in a long time. But I think whilst things are a bit uncertain because of obviously my income changes, don't know what I'm getting, I'm still very newly self-employed, so I'm still building my business. What I thought about doing was, so I've been thinking about like when I need new clothes or when I need new like underwear or bras or tops for work or like just clothes in general, like day-to-day clothes, not clothes that I just want or need for a night out or something like that, like clothes in general, toiletries, makeup, things that are like necessities. So normally what I would do is I would save in my sinking funds for stuff like that. So usually, obviously, home bits would be for anything I wanted to buy for the home. Me, it would normally be like a facial massage, maybe get my eyebrows or eyelashes done, which now I work in a salon, like I don't really need to pay for them. I do my own waxing as well, but if I wanted to get my hair cut, if I wanted to go for a massage, if I wanted to treat myself to a new product or like buy something that wasn't my shampoo, conditioner, shower gel, toothpaste, like if I wanted to buy myself something, that would usually come out of my me envelope. So it's like me self-care treats, like that sort of thing. But it never really gets a chance to build up. And when there is money there, I 9 times out of 10 spend it on a massage or something that's maybe not a necessity. So then I started thinking, should I have a hair care fund, a skin care fund for when my skincare runs out, a massage fund. But then I don't want to have too many funds because then they're funds that I need to then put money into every month. And then as well with my, maybe not my fun money, but yeah, my clothing never has anything in it. If it does, it's not a lot, and then it just comes straight back out again. So yeah, probably like the me, the clothing, home, like just categories like that where it would just be like spending. I thought about, and my spending money as well actually, what I thought about doing was when I do my budget for the month, like when I know how much money I've got and I do my budget for the month, give myself like an overall pot of money. So that's like my spending money, my beauty treatments, buying products, clothes, home bits, like basically my spending money without actually topping up a sinking fund for those things. That way, that pot of money's there. If I want to go out for tea, it's there. If I want to go to the cinema, it's there. If I want to go to, like, if I wanted to go and buy new hair products, it's there. If I wanted to buy sweeties from the shop, it's there. If I wanted a bottle of wine, it's there. Like that sort of thing. Rather than it being, here's my spending money, here's my clothes money, here's my treatments money, here's my hair and makeup money. Because month on month, some categories will get spent more in than others. So I don't know how much that pot would look like because obviously I don't know my income really. But yeah, it's something that I thought about trialing. I did also think about doing it digitally because it is easy to tap your card, but then sometimes when you're tapping your card, it's not ideal. So I might do half and half. I might have half spending, half digital. That way there's like that buffer if I was buying products online, buying a like a takeaway online, and there'll be less money bouncing back and forth between cash in the bank, out the bank, blah blah blah. So that is something that I'm thinking about considering. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing just now. I think Monday the 12th is when I will do my next pay cycle for myself. So yeah, I'll really have a think about it, and I can obviously update you guys then. And one other thing that I wanted to update you with, we're at 20 minutes now, so that's a bit better. But one other thing while I'm here that I wanted to update you with was, I think I've spoke about it before, but I've been really wanting to go for a trip to Canada or America. And I've seriously been considering going to Canada later in the year if it's doable. Again, I don't know if it's doable because I don't know how money's going to go, how busy I'm going to be, blah blah blah. I'm just going to give myself the first few months to see how things go, maybe give myself until spring, into the beginning of summer, see how things go, see what my earnings are like, that sort of thing. And if I need to get a second, like a part-time job, then I will. But I think I owe it to myself to give it a good chance and see. But yeah, it's unpredictable at the minute. Like touch wood, things are going well, which is amazing, and I only hope that they will get better. But like I said at the beginning, I'm very new to this, and it's just scary because I'm like I don't know what's coming into my bank every month, and I've known what's coming into my bank for the past 32 years. Well, that's an exaggeration because I am 32 and obviously didn't have cash coming into my bank until I was like 13 and had a job. So yeah, like the best part of 19 years, I've had money coming in my bank that I've known about. So yeah, it is very daunting, something I'm definitely going to take a bit of getting used to. But yeah, like I was saying, I would really, really, really like to aim for a trip to Canada towards the end of the year. I did spend hours and hours this evening, even though it's like probably 5 o'clock in the morning and I've not been to sleep yet. But like in the evening there, I sat for hours and hours, looked at where I wanted to go, was on like Google Maps, Skyscanner, Trivago, Viator, Get Your Guide, like all these things, like basically putting a trip together. And I was going to put together different options of trips. So the first one was basically everything that I wanted to do, and then I counted that up. Then the second option that I started on was maybe like tweaking things a little bit, like a couple of less days here and there, just to like bring the cost down a bit, because the cost that I had for just what I wanted to do was pretty crazy. It was like, including spending money, it was like £6,000. Then I broke that down because I want to go at the beginning of September, and I broke that down, and that's like 800 and something pound a month, which is absolutely definitely not doable. So yeah, there is that. So I'm going to do a couple of options and see how far I could break it down over like the next wee while, and see if it can become doable. But that is one thing that I am aiming to hopefully do later in the year, fingers crossed. If not, I will aim for like springtime next year because I want to go in spring or autumn. But I've been desperate to go for so long, and I had it in my mind that I was going to try and go this year before I even looked at cost. So yeah, there's that. So I need to work on the numbers, the itineraries, the plan, see if we can make it doable. But it kind of means that at the minute, income wise as well, all other trips are kind of on hold, even though me and my best friend are constantly sending each other trips to Manchester, trips to London, trips to Budapest, trips to Bucharest. Like, there's just so many places to go. But yeah, we can only do what we can do, and I would love to prioritise a trip to Canada if I can. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I think that's all my updates. There was me saying I had no updates, and that turned into about 20 minutes of an update. But it's an update nonetheless, and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you enjoyed my update and my little cash stuff in today, drop me a comment, leave me a like if you did like this video, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel and joining me on this crazy cash stuffing journey that's ever changing. I don't even know how many times it's changed since I've been on this channel, but that's what it's for. We evolve with the budget. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!